Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm Adia, Princess Adia. And today, as you can tell by the title down below, this video is gonna be of a sad story. I've never done a story time before, and this is gonna be a bit of a really kind of sad story, but I want to do this to inform people and as well just to let it go. And like, if I don't have to like explain a story to people every time. I could be like, just watch this video and you'll find out how. And so yeah, so this is about the time my guinea pig, one of my guinea pigs, died in front of me. So I had 2 guinea pigs at the time. Now I have 1 because I also found out after she died that they weren't the best. We didn't know how to like pair them together, and like because of the situation of why she died is why they didn't get together. And now Max seems he's like pretty okay by himself, but I still do want to get him another, you know, a partner. So I'm looking into getting him a male who's also neutered and around the same age as him. So yeah, so basically it was, I think it's gonna be coming up on 2 years since she passed away. So Nixie is my other guinea pig. She was adorable. I remember when I got her, it was the week of spring break, I think, or the week of winter recess break when I was in 8th grade. So I've had her for only maybe, she died in August, and I got her so I had her for about 4 months because she was 7 months when she died. So I got her sometime around like the 3rd month of the year, so sometime maybe spring break, just before the end of spring break. And she was pretty adapted to me pretty easily and stuff like that, and she was really nice and comfortable, and she was really outgoing. She's very, compared to Max, she was really confident. It didn't take her that long to get used to me. By the time I picked her up in the pet store, she had really like cuddled her way into my arms and was like up in my face trying to kiss me and stuff like that. So yeah, she was a really great guinea pig, and it was great to learn differences. It also did help Max a bit. He's a bit more confident now, and he like wasn't trying new foods before, and then until Nixie came and like he was trying new foods, it was a good situation all around. So it was around maybe August, I think, like well, it was August, but like I think it was around like August, either around the 11th or the 14th, because I know she had died maybe like 3 days after someone else we had known. So what had happened was that it was early in the morning, and I was getting up to go feed them. I had just woken up and was going to go feed them, and when I had walked out, she seemed pretty fine. She was up at the cage squeaking, telling me good morning like she usually did every morning. That's when I woke up. And so like they're both pretty fine, nothing was wrong. I went to get their food. I was probably gone for maybe, I would say, not even 5 minutes, maybe a minute and a half. I come back in, she's laying down, Max is in his igloo, which is normal, and so I didn't think anything was wrong until I put the food in. And so I put their food in, and usually Nixie and Max go up at the same time, and Nixie and Max tend to like fight for food sometimes. I started putting them in separate bowls, but after that they started to step, like, you know, they weren't fighting anymore over food, so I started putting their food together in the bowl. They were fine. And Nixie didn't get up to get food, which is weird because Nixie loves to eat. She would eat anytime, no matter what. Even after she ate a whole bunch, she would eat even more. So and then she was already, at the time, was having, I think like recently, maybe a month before, I was already checking how she was eating because she wasn't eating a lot at the time as well. But then she started eating more within a day or 2 after, so it was fine. And so she wasn't getting up. I'm like, Nixie, come on, get up. So I put my hand in and I picked her up and like, the food is right here if you're like sleeping or whatever. And I didn't realize at the time when I picked her up, she had felt so heavy in my hand. And I didn't realize until later, like, she felt really heavy. And then when I tried to put her up on her legs, her feet to stand up, this is gonna get really like sad. This story is kind of a bit graphic throughout the whole entire situation. So if you don't like hearing stuff like this, this is maybe it's not the story for you. So she ended up rolling on her side, which, you know, if you have guinea pigs, them on their sides is not a good situation. That's how they look when they're dead. They end up on their side. And she's not dead at this time. She's still alive. But usually when they lean over, they're like leaning on, still on their, like, their bottom half of their body. So like they lean when they're like laying down or lounging around. So like I thought she was fine because she was on her like on where she usually is supposed to be when I saw her when I came back in. Picked her up, she rolled to her side, and I automatically thought something is wrong because they're not supposed to be on their side. So once I picked her up and she was on her side, I was like, oh my god, she started shaking. Like, she literally was like, her whole entire body was shaking. And I automatically, instead of, before tears actually came out of my mouth, my body reacted and I was sobbing. And she was, like, Max wasn't even paying attention. At this time I had realized Max and Nixie did not get along the greatest. They were like, had a love and hate relationship, but I think it was more of a hate side on Max. And he was kind of like just walking around, wasn't paying her any attention, or no, actually this time he was paying attention. He was like trying to like sniff around at her, see what was going on. And I was like, Max, I kept telling Max to get away, move away, and I had to like take him out the cage for a little bit. And then but then I realized she might need him in there, maybe that he'll help her get better or whatever. And so she's still shaking. I automatically called my mom, who had literally just got into work when I had called her, and I was like, Mom, I think Nixie is dying. She's like, what do you mean? Like, she's on her side, and I've done all the research. Like, the guinea pigs are not supposed to be on their side. If they're on their side, there's something wrong. And so I called her. She's like, all right, Adia, call the vet that we take her to. We take Max to, and you know. So I called the vet. They said that they can't really do anything. She's like, oh, they're like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry for your loss, but the next open appointment is like not until 1 o'clock, and right now it's 9 o'clock in the morning. So I'm like, I can't wait till 1 o'clock. She'll probably be dead by then. And so it's like, I was like, Mom, I don't know, because this is like literally, this vet that I found was the only vet that I had found in a good vicinity of me, that I knew where it was, that wasn't in like a crazy distance from us, because I went to school around the area. And it was the only vet that I had found that did smaller animals. And if you have a smaller animal, you know that it's really hard to find, if you're not like an expert in like taking care of these smaller animals, you know that it's really hard to find vets that do exotic animals or like birds and stuff like that, because most doctors pertain to cats and dogs, which is a problem because there are a lot of vets around in my area where I live, but because there weren't any vets that did any exotic animals, I couldn't get her fast and see what was wrong. And at the time I didn't look up what to do, Adia. I'm just thinking, oh my god, I need to get her to a vet because I don't know what to do. And so she, at the time, she was still shaking, but then it wasn't as bad as before. And every time I had walked in the room after I called the first vet, they were like, oh, I can't do anything. And then I looked up other vets. I'd be walking into the room and she'd look at me and she'd be like squeaking. And it was a really sad, heartbreaking thing to watch. And I don't think if you've ever watched your pet die in front of your eyes, you won't ever understand. And it was honestly probably one of the most scariest moments in my life so far. And I think she had like stopped shaking altogether at one point, and then I was like, oh, she's still alive. Like, I'm telling myself she's still alive, but I swore her chest was still moving, because I know how to detect now that I had guinea pigs. Sometimes they look like they're literally almost like dead sometimes. Like, I have to like check. Like, ever since that moment, I've been checking to see sometimes, like, Max looks like he's laying on his side. I'm like, I'm checking to make sure he's still alive. Checking his chest to make sure it's still, like, moving, stuff like that. And, so basically what happened was, my mom was already gotten home by the time, and we called the doctor and said, oh, our friend of ours had found a vet that was super close to us. And you're like, she's like, but dear, you're gonna have to take her out the cage, because my mom doesn't like she's afraid of them. Everyone is afraid of these guinea pigs, and they're like, they won't do anything to them, like, honestly. She's like, you gotta take her out of the cage. I'm like, I can't do it. I can't do it. Like, I need you to take her out the cage. Like, I can't lift her up again after the first time. And she's like, no, I can't do it either. So we literally had to go find someone who was a family friend of ours, ask him, can you please come pick her up? Because he automatically knew within my face. This time I was like crying. My eyes are bloodshot red. He could tell something was wrong. I was crying for almost 2 hours at this time. And, he was like, he came in and he's like, we were just like, we're not gonna say his name. His name is Michael. No, I know Michael. Bob. His name is Bob. Bob, we need you to take his, we need you to take Nixie out of the cage because we can't do it. He's like, and then Mom was like, when he walked in there, he's like, at the time, how my room is set up, I have my dresser here, my chest of drawer here, my desk, my bed, and then like there's an open space here, which is going to be my new filming setting area, which I'm setting up. But then where my hamper, where my suitcases and stuff like that, my Christmas tree, that's where the cage had been for a while, because I was like, I wanted to move it around so they could get like, they can get some sunlight and stuff like that. So he was right there. As soon as you opened the door, it was right there, so he could see them. We were like, my mom was like, what, does it look good? He was like, it doesn't look good. And then he's like, I need a shoebox. So I gave him a shoebox, and he was like, no, she didn't make it. And then at that time, like, my whole body had like clenched, and I ended up crying. I was like, I'd never experienced something like that. And I was like, I've never really lost someone. Like, I've lost people who were close to me, but I've like, something like that, I'm a really big animal person, and so for something like that to happen to me in front of my eyes, I think that messed me up more than would have messed me up if I saw like an actual, not human being, but like if I was something like that to happen to me with someone that I knew that was human. I think it would have been me. For me, it would have been more, I'd have been at peace because I know that they're no longer being in pain or whatever. But for me, like, I noticed she died in pain. And then I think after she died, he took her out and he buried, I like literally begged him, please bury her. I don't want you to just throw her away. Please bury her. So I don't know where she is buried. I don't actually think he buried her for me. But I really would hope that he did bury her for me, because that'd be really sad. But I have an imaginary burial ground for her, and it's right in front of our door. And not a door, right in front of our apartment building. And so basically and then we were just trying to figure out how she died and what was the reason, because that was such an abrupt, she was only 7 months old when she died. And Mom's like, oh, it must be tomatoes. I'm like, Mom, they can't die from the food they eat, which is possibly true because they can get poison and stuff like that. So we were trying to figure out what is the reason that she died. And we found out maybe like many months, maybe almost like a year later, that a random video I was watching about guinea pigs, that she died because when female guinea pigs, because we had gotten Max neutered actually when she first met, because Max tried to mate with her when they first met. And so we got Max fixed, and we should have gotten them both fixed. So they both ended. Nixie was supposed to get mated in between the time of her being 4 months and 7 months, which is exactly the amount of time that we had her. The time that she had stayed with us, we had her actually no, she was 3 months when we got her, and then between 4 and 7 months, something like that. So we had her for about 4 months before she died. And now I'm very precautious. I was kind of mad at the store that we got her from. I know we're not supposed to get them from stores. Should have gotten her from adoption, but there aren't a lot of guinea pig like rescues in New York and stuff like that. But they didn't say like, oh, you might need, if you have a male, like we told them we had a male, like, oh, could that be great, because it's good if it's just a male and a male, because females and females don't go together, male and males don't go together, which is untrue, because she had a, Nixie was in a cage, was like her cage mate wasn't a female, which I wish I could have gotten them two together, because they were both like really cute and adorable, and probably would have been perfect together, but I have Max is cute, I love him very much, but no, they didn't tell us anything about that. They didn't mention like, oh, you need to probably get her like spayed, because I said like, oh, we have a male, he's not spayed or anything, he's not fixed, so is that okay? They're like, oh, it's perfectly fine. So I'm more mad at the store because they didn't mention anything and they just passed it off and said it was okay. I guess they're trying to make a quick, not quick buck, they're trying to make money, which is pretty much fine. But no, I was just, now I know that if I'm going to look for, get another guinea pig, it will have to be either from someone who had the guinea pig, or it'll be from a rescue, and hopefully there are a good amount of rescues. But yeah, we found out she died because she didn't get mated in time of the before she was 7 months, and yeah, I didn't even get to see her live for a whole, like, live for like a year. And it's really heartbreaking and sad, but I think this is very important for people who are looking to get guinea pigs and are looking for, like, it's just a solution. If you're gonna get a guinea pig and you're gonna get a female, get them fixed. If you're getting a male and a female, get them fixed, because one, on top of that, female guinea pig pregnancy rate, like when you, for the life rate for when they're the life of living of being pregnant is very slim chance of them, the babies and the mother coming out alive. And on top of that, they probably, what happened with Nixie, probably will end up dying if you don't mate them. So, and I don't think there's birth control for guinea pigs, so I really do recommend and suggest that if you're gonna get a male and a female, you get them both fixed. And like, just like, there aren't a lot of videos that tell you need, like, what the whole spaying and neutering stuff about, like what it does, a whole mating situation. So take yourself to education if you want a guinea pig. They are like easy pets to take care of, but they're also not easy pets to take care of. It's a bit in the middle. There are a lot of things that to make sure you check, like, you know, just make sure you do your research, because I would hate for this to happen to somebody else, because this is really a like situation no one should be in. And although I'm sad that I was in a situation, I'm thankful I was in a situation, because if it was someone else, we don't know what it would do. And now I'm a lot more cautious with Max, and so it was more of a blessing in disguise. I really like good blessing, but in a bad, really bad disguise. So yeah, this was actually a really sad story from all the other videos I've been doing. So I think, actually no, my like December vlogs from Vlogmas were kind of pretty sad towards the end, so never mind. Yeah, I'm actually pretty happy I put, like, I feel like better. Like, I don't have to tell the story anymore. Like, if someone wants to know about the story, they can look at this video and that'll be the end of this. But I think that's all for this video. Do your research, people. Make sure you know what you're gonna do before you get guinea pigs. Small animals are very tricky animals, and I would hate for this to happen to somebody else. So please like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you put that notification bell on so you can see when I post. I do post on Saturdays, but it's unsure what time on Saturday, so you should know whenever I post on a Saturday. Hopefully it's on a Saturday and not like the next morning on a Sunday. So yeah, thanks for watching. I hope to catch you in the next video, which will probably not be this sad, but comment down below if you would like to see some other story times. They have a lot of other stories that I'd like to share. There's one story that I want to share, but I have to wait because this person goes to school with me still. I can't really share this story, and yeah. So, yeah. I'll catch you in the next video. Bye!